Okay, good afternoon. Welcome. I will briefly explain how infrastructure as a code can bring some flexibility for pay TV operators. Before starting, I will have some pre-roll ads, advertisement insertion. Alpha Networks is a Belgian software company. We are in business since 10 years. And our main product is a pay TV backend. We are aggregating the main bricks to deliver pay TV services, so content management, offer management, subscriber management, payment and billing. And we are mainly focusing on network operators, tier 1, tier 2s, and focusing on media companies that are delivering their content directly to the subscribers. These operators are having important challenges with the sizing of the server infrastructure, and infrastructure as a code can help them with that. Today, if you see these operators, they are launching special actions, marketing actions. They have live sports events, launching new series. And they never know upfront how many subscribers will connect or what will be the amount of load on their system. And you can have huge peaks. We know operators that in day-to-day mode have around 500K subscribers. For certain events, it can go up to 5 million, 8 million subscribers for one event. So it's very difficult to anticipate scaling of the server infrastructure. And they are looking for solutions on that. So trying to adapt their infrastructure based on nearly real-time load on subscriber side. We also see a trend today that getting access to content, there are no boundaries anymore. If you see that Netflix is having 200 or more countries where they have subscribers, we know some sports content providers that are having activities in 40 countries. There's no physical, no technological border anymore on that side. And this is also impacting how you structure your server infrastructure. Where do you put your data centers? Where do you put some redundancy? And last but not least, with the actual services delivered today, talking about catch-up, downloading, working offline, having what we call follow me, pause, play on different devices, recommendation, search. There's a lot of interfacing between devices and these servers. And this is also impacting how operators will build or how operators will design their infrastructure. So the big challenge is either they go for scaling for maximum capacity, so they go for the peaks, and this is having an important cost impact, or they go for average availability, but then they can die. If you have average 500,000 subscribers and you go to 8 million, your service is going down, and then your reputation, you can have a lot of complaints. Or you adapt, and in this case, we have chosen to go for a service platform that is using infrastructure as a code to make the software, the platform, independent of the infrastructure used. This software platform should be independent of any type of infrastructure. Today we talk a lot about cloud, about going to AWS or to Azure. There's also operators going for infrastructure on-premise. So in any case, a future pay TV platform should be independent of this type of decisions. Either you go in the cloud or not in the cloud or part in the cloud. You should be independent of this type of decisions. Your system, your platform should also be resilient. Your system should be able to auto-scale, to be redundant. And this is also impacting how you design your infrastructure. And last but not least, business is moving so fast that there's still a lot of legacy to cope with. So if you go for a new design of your server infrastructure, you still have to take care of what you have done in the past. And all of this you have to take care of when you design a new pay TV platform. And what we do, you will have the pay TV platform that is a software platform. Usually, oh, sorry. Usually you will build that platform, and then you will prepare it for a certain type of network. You can go to one provider of a network, you can go on-premise, on Dell servers, on other servers, you can do it virtualized or physically. So to avoid afterwards making a choice that is, for instance, limiting in the future or making it difficult to grow in the future, what we do now is adding infrastructure as a code. It's an approach where you will make your software independent of what is coming behind. So you can decide to launch on one type of cloud provider. You can decide to split your platform on 2 different types of cloud providers. And in case there's an overflow from a load from subscribers, you can split the load on different providers. You can also say, for my regular day-to-day average consumption, I will go for a server on-premise. If I have special events, I will make sure that my software can use someone like AWS or Azure or someone else to take care of the overflow, the other load for that event. So this is the possibility given by going for infrastructure as a code, giving you the flexibility to choose where do you put the limit on. I manage this on day-to-day, and then I have some special events where I go for it. You will see there are a lot of advantages. Going that way and making your code, your platform, independent of the infrastructure allows you to deploy your software on any type. We talked about Netflix, we talked about other pay TV operators. They're active in different parts of the world, so they can choose with which infrastructure they work, depending on the type of subscribers they can expect and the load they can expect. It's also a way to auto-scale. Today, with this, infrastructure as a code, there's a kind of automation when you asking more resources, more processing power. Automatically, with companies like AWS, you will have an automatic scaling based on the load you have in your platform. There's also the possibility to start with one provider today. If you see that some other providers are giving different services, you can move from one provider with your software to the other one. It allows also you to have some redundancy built in automatically. If you have premises, servers on-premise and servers in the cloud, you can have an automatic redundancy available on this side. And like I said before, having the possibility of auto-scaling, it makes also the management of the peaks in charge on your platform easy to handle. Last but not least, if you have different providers to offer infrastructure, you can also challenge them on pricing, investing in CapEx, for instance, also for your regular business, and then using a more OpEx model with AWS or Azure for the events you have organized, like live sports events or special events that can have a lot of subscribers connecting to the platform. So disconnecting your software platform from the infrastructure is giving you a certain amount of advantages and a lot of flexibility to manage all use cases and the challenges you can have by specific load peaks, by events and unforeseen subscriber connections. If you want to know more, I'm still available after this presentation, or you can come to our booth, which is a little bit further in the Halle.